Guys, I'm so excited to announce my new product. The Katz Moses No Deflection Universal Stop Block is now in stock and shipping daily, and it is the best stop block on the market. This is something we've developed over quite a period of time here, and it was a little while ago I bought some T-Track stop blocks for my crosscut sled, which everyone who has a table saw knows is the most useful jig in your shop. And those stop blocks, the flip stops, they deflected like an insane amount. I mean, 1/4 inch some of them, and it was infuriating to me that I had bought something with my hard-earned money that didn't work, and it didn't do what it was supposed to do, and none of them did. I bought one after another, and none of them worked. So I came up with a new design that I think is the absolute best design on the market for a few reasons. So let me show you how it works, and you can see for yourself how amazing this is. Okay, to show you the problem that I am solving, I have two of the most popular T-Track stop blocks on the market here, and I'm gonna crank this down just as hard as I can. Absolutely more than you ever would in your day-to-day work. Ooh, that one's hard to grab. So then watch this. Look at that. That is probably a 1/16 of deflection, and I mean, that's cranked down. I'm just barely touching it. Same thing here, look at that. That just moves that much. I mean, that is just completely unacceptable for a stop block to do. You need pinpoint accuracy, and that's so important. And then, if you check mine out here, look at my finger. I'm gonna put all my weight into this. So, it absolutely will not move. In addition to no deflection, obviously it has 4 different positive stop locations from 2 3/4 inches to 3 3/4 inches, which is amazing because then you can do stuff like switch it very easily between sleds. This is my shorter fence sled. This is the one that I use for a variety of things, and you can just very easily move it from sled to sled. There we go. But I think the absolute best feature of this is the micro adjust feature. So let's say we were gonna make a cut and we wanted to dial it in. It was for an inside piece, maybe like a nailer for a cabinet or an interior drawer or tray for a jewelry box. The cut had to be perfect and you really wanted to sneak up on it. This thing is incredible for that. Okay, so let's say you were cutting to your line and you wanted to dial in your cut. And I've made a cut with my marking gauge here and I've lined up my saw blade, and we're gonna go ahead and quickly make a cut. And then we go over to our piece and we try this, and it's just a little bit too big. And let's say you wanted to do that in a measurable way, you could use a feeler gauge. Or if you don't have a feeler gauge, a standard business card is 0.015 thick, or a standard piece of paper is about 0.004, and you can use that. You can fold them or cut them into pieces to sort of add up to numbers like you would have on a feeler gauge. But the way to do that is simply just take a business card and you would insert it in between. So now we know that we've moved over, and we're gonna take off exactly 0.015. Remove that business card, loosen the thumb screw, slide over your face piece, tighten it back up, and then just make that cut again. When we go over to our piece, check again. If it is still too big, then rinse and repeat, or make it smaller with a piece of paper. You can fold it in half, and then you have 0.008 rather than 0.004. Or if you're doing it in a measurable fashion, you could do it with a feeler gauge. And I think that is the absolute best feature of this. In addition, when you're not using it, like I said in the intro, you can flip it around just to the back of your fence, simply like that. And you can move that out of the way very simply, just one way or another. Another great feature is that it can be 3/8 away from your fence like it is now, or up to 1.5 inches. Now I have the T-Track set back pretty far in this fence, so that's about 1.25 inches, but it can go up to 1.5 inches if you put your T-Track towards the front. Now this is great because now you have a greater reference area. You could also angle your stop block. So if you wanted to cut an angled, let's say 45, you could do one bolt and press your 45 up against there. But also, one of the things that's really cool, let's say you're cutting multiple parts from multiple boards and they're all the same length, and you get a board that is, you've milled up and it has 4 square parallel flat sides, but you don't know if the ends are square. So you can very simply, you already have your stop block dialed in, so you don't want to change that. As everyone knows, when you're cutting multiple parts, you really want to keep your setup the same. So instead of having to worry about moving this, you can simply slide your piece behind it, make your square cut, flip it around, and then cut the piece that you want, knowing you're gonna have a square edge. So that's another really cool feature. By the way, guys, check out my new t-shirt. It's a cat that looks like Moses, and he's splitting the dovetail C with a hand plane and a dovetail saw. Limited edition, they're on my website. But let's get back to the stop block. Sorry, I got distracted. I love this thing. So stop block comes as you see here. It comes with a 1032 knurled brass thumb screw. It comes with the anodized red Katz Moses logo front plate, as well as the clear anodized 90-degree piece. It comes with 2 quarter 20 bolts and knobs as well. And guys, as you know from my dovetail jig, I just would never put out anything that wasn't the best. And I worked really, really hard developing this thing to be the best stop block on the market. And I think you'll agree once you get it. And I hope that you can find a use for this, as a crosscut sled is one of the most useful things you can have in your shop. So pick one of these up, add it to your repertoire. I guarantee you that you absolutely will not be disappointed. If you are, obviously satisfaction guaranteed, but I promise you, you're gonna be very happy. This is a very high quality tool, and it's priced very competitively with all those stop blocks that you saw, in fact, cheaper than some, and it's on my website. So click the link down below and pick yourself up a Katz Moses Universal No Deflection Stop Block. I couldn't be more excited, proud, and happy to bring this to you. Stay safe in the shop. Go grab some t-shirts. I've got these and then the other ones you see me wearing over there. And have a wonderful day, guys. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.